Hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
I just got signed to a 1-year deal with the New York Jets.
Oh, you're a Rodgers guy too?
No, I told them no, but they said no. Everyone's coming, and I said please. They ripped me out of my home. I'm in New York now.
Clay
So
Matthews, AJ Hawk, Jordy Nelson.
Donald Driver coming back. Tramon Williams coming back. Charles Woodson coming back.
Brett Favre too, even.
He might be a little preoccupied in prison.
Okay.
Baby, we here.
We steer
You in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna, and this is G a P S.
Right off the bat, we're 2-3 minutes late. I was not pooping today, everybody.
No, it's my fault.
Perna's probably pooping. Not today. I'm on a pooping strike.
Oh, I pooped this morning.
I have not yet, so this show is going to be bad.
About halfway through, you're going to get very fidgety.
Rewatch every show, all the ones that are bad. I didn't poop that day.
You got to get it out first. Are you going to say this, Brandon?
Brandon, can you say Nuggets will win the finals?
Well, that's it. That's done now. That's done. That's done.
It's the Nuggets year. Don't even try to stop that team.
Yeah, that was my fault that we were late. I was venting to Perna about something. So, yes.
Jackson Mahomes going to prison, hopefully for life. Actually, no. He needs to pay for what he did. But if he is forced to be away from Patrick Mahomes and Patrick can just focus on football and not family, I'm a little scared of how good Patrick Mahomes might be.
But, you really didn't hear much about him last season. It really feels like the PR team finally was like, hey.
Shut up.
It's like, what's the PR strategy for me? There isn't any. Just don't speak. Just don't talk. That's the new PR strategy. Because it really feels like he went away for a while, and I didn't have to hear about him, and that was nice. But whoop! GPS live from the start. Let's see how long it takes to go off the rails. Oh, there's not going to be rails today.
Whoa.
We're going way off.
Yeah,
we're going way off. X, I appreciate you. X, going to give it to you, and I'm going to give you Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Go Chargers, go!
Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. PR shot, don't do crimes. Task impossible.
Don't do crimes ever.
There's a lot going on in the people getting lawfully bad things happening to them. That was a really good sentence. Because Henry Ruggs, right? So he's taking a plea deal. He's pleading guilty, and he's going to serve at least a minimum of 3 years. And then I think it could go up to 10. It's just such a horrible story. It never gets better. It went away for a little bit, but yeah, that's horrible. Not getting arrested, but Antopnio Brown finds himself in the news again and doing basically what we all expected, because the last time we talked about him on the show, we talked about him taking over an Albany team, and now he already fired the coach, who was I think the back-to-back champ, and now he's locking players out of hotel rooms. He's not paying players, and now the MVP has also quit. So
yeah,
running it.
It's going as bad as we thought. It's actually going better than I thought at this point. The fact that they still are playing football games is they've exceeded my expectations based on everything I know about Antopnio Brown. His dad played for the team in the 90s, and AB said he's the greatest arena player, even better than Kurt Warner. Looked into his stats, and that might be the only honest thing Antopnio Brown has ever said. His dad in his first season caught 44 touchdown passes. 40.
Damn.
She scored 44 touchdowns. Now, I don't know what the average is in the arena there, but that seems like a lot.
Seems like a good amount.
Seems good. Yeah, the AB counter back to 0. But like you come in and you buy a football team, and your first thought is to fire the coach who just won back-to-back championships. You force your MVP player to quit. Whoa,
Swaggin'. Boop, boop.
Swaggity.
Or you understand here, opinion on having 4 quarterbacks, buddy. I just think that there's so many question marks of just health. They have to, because they just got Brandon Allen, right? That's the other QB they just got. So they have Brandon Allen, they have Sam Darnold, right? Now they have Trey Lance and they have Brock Purdy. You don't know when Brock Purdy is going to be ready. You don't know about Trey Lance. And so it's kind of just hedging bets. I imagine if both of those guys, meaning Lance and Purdy, are not ready to go, then they're going to rely on guys like Darnold and Allen just to kind of hold the door for a little bit. But I just Darnold, it's just unknown.
He's missed time with injuries too.
Yeah.
Not like season ending, but you know.
So
also Antopnio Brown, week 1 during the league's first game, he was asked to leave the field by security. Got into a confrontation with them. Illegally used NFL footage for commercials. He's also has a lawsuit filed against him because he owes over $1 million to a jeweler for jewelry. And he has an arrest warrant out for him in Florida for $30,000 in child support that he hasn't paid. So
just straight crushing it. Got it.
It's just,
I've asked this to Brandon. He said no.
Back if to Brady the league. No, I don't want. I know. Come on.
But the content would be so good.
When he was leaving the Patriots, I didn't want him to come to the Broncos. And I don't even care if they won a Super Bowl with him. No. Never. Never Brady. Never Brady.
Happy birthday, buddy. Enjoy. Enjoy. Yeah, no, it's not going well. Yes. Oh, did you see these, Brandon?
Oh yeah, I've got a short written for those.
I was gonna say, like, if you want to do it on Friday, like we could do it on Friday and just kind of go through.
We can rip on Friday. I've got one-liners basically for all of them. I was gonna shoot that yesterday, but I took a mental break from football.
What?
Yeah. And now Jackson Mahomes. We're gonna get to the divisions, but he was arrested from the incident stemming back early March as well, where he forcibly kissed a woman at a restaurant.
She was the restaurant owner, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, it was like in the back room where they have video footage of it. So after police have looked and investigated the situation, they have decided to arrest Jackson Mahomes for what's the exact charge here?
Was it sexual harassment?
Aggravated sexual battery.
Okay.
So I don't know much more than that, and then much more than what happened, but it's not good.
No, but what is nice is there are very few things in 2023 that really can bring a country together, and especially Twitter, because it's just a cesspool of terribleness. Looking at the comments underneath that and everyone going, life in prison, I was like, we did it. We unified America. We done did it. Like, Jackson Mahomes, like, could have, like, accidentally, like, tripped a person and then have been like, jail. Right to jail. Just go right to prison. Jaywalked. Yeah. You know what? I always thought that needed a harsher penalty. Really need to just, like, set the standard.
If the NFL televised Jackson Mahomes sentencing, would that get more viewers than the Super Bowl?
To run ads would cost $3 million during that. Right to jail.
Man.
Right to jail.
I mean, is Jackson Mahomes the most disappointing sibling of all time? Where does he rank on disappointing siblings?
I mean, I'm sure there's people who've like killed people. So like,
I guess. But I mean, like compared to, you know,
you're
the
talking about,
success
like,
of his
NFL.
brother.
That's a good question. That is a bold prediction. That's a very, very bold prediction.
I imagine the Mahomes parents at night are just like,
At least we have one.
how did we do two different kids so hard? Like, this is crazy.
How many siblings does Mahomes have? Is it just Jackson and that's it?
I don't know.
Because I was gonna say, is it like
about
maybe
that
just like
team.
the younger child? Because like they tried with the first one and the second one, they were just like, whatever. Because that happens. Because you were firstborn, yeah?
Yeah.
And then were you the only child? No, because you were sister who
Yeah, I got
constantly
sister.
hits on me. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So, all right, but you're the oldest.
Yeah, I'm the oldest.
Okay. All right. Also the wisest.
And the least compassionate.
Okay. All right. So emotional development. That's fine. It's fine. Team alternate logos. Those were cool. Oh. That's a good call. That's a good call.
What about Derek Watt playing fullback? Derek Watt didn't even get mentioned in the Watt Brothers podcast team.
JJ Watt, TJ Watt, like phenomenal elite athletes. Like JJ's going to be a bona fide, like first ballot Hall of Famer. TJ's on his way. And then there's Derek.
Yeah. It's like if they'd started a band, JJ's like, I'll play guitar. TJ's like, I'll play drums. And Derek's like, I'll play the hammer. Derek, that's not an instrument. Okay, screwdriver. You're not in the right ballpark, Derek. Fullback. Come on.
The triangle is he's just hitting it with a hammer. He's like, that's the one I want to play. New uniforms. We did a whole episode on this. And guess what? The Cardinals just got their new uniforms. They need uniforms.
They need a redesign of the redesign.
Got it. Yeah, I know we've talked about it on the show, but that is really funny. It's like TJ, ooh, really cool. JJ, really cool. Derek. Well, it's like in Shrinking, because you watch Shrinking. Derek, who's the husband.
Oh,
he just gets referred to as Liz's husband. Do you think like it's just like, oh, JJ and TJ's brother? Like he doesn't even have a name. It's like, my name's Derek. I'm a football player, guys.
And he's good. He's like good at fullback. He just chose fullback.
He's a fullback.
It's like the only position that would have been a worse one to choose would have been long snapper.
Ooh.
You know?
Poor
Derek.
It's 6-1, half dozen the other.
He's the Jonas brother who just chose accounting instead of, success. Stardom.
Oh, so technically he's DJ, but nobody calls him that.
No.
Because it's just like, now you're just being pretentious. Now, again, could have done AJ. AJ works. BJ Raji, also blowjobs. CJ exists in the world, right? CJ Uzama, right? DJ, no. It's like, what are you, DJ Khaled? Get out of here. DJ
fullback.
I'm just thinking. Oh, so he could, he's a fullback. But anyway, we want to talk about all the teams, but Randall Cobb.
Hold on.
Oh.
We're speaking of initials, and this was something I just thought was interesting. The Bengals, okay? Cincinnati.
Hi, Moosey.
They got DJ Reader, BJ Hill. They draft DJ Turner and DJ Ivy. So on defense, they've got 3 DJs and a BJ. I just feel like that's a disaster or a Howie Roseman type move.
Do you think just like the coaches are screaming, DJ, do your job, and all of them are taking it really personal and just like become amazing players? And he's like, I thought I was doing well, but nope, I'm not. And he just, I think that's the move. Yeah. Just get as many DJs as possible because you'll at least get everybody's attention. So I think not. But the New York Packets continue to happen, in which the Randall Cobb is the latest signee of the New York Jets, signing a 1-year deal, which makes all the sense in the world, because Aaron Rodgers talked about how he wants to finish his career with certain guys. Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb. He wanted Dave Bakhtiari, obviously. Mercedes Lewis, he could potentially be another signing because...
Is it because you're blowing 3 DJs? Sorry.
See, I was picturing
off 3 DJs. That's just like my Friday night.
See, I was thinking more of just like there was 3 DJs in like a triangular thing that were just like mixing together while he was.
No, I know he
receiving
wanted to
happy.
be cool, but
Yeah, no,
I flipped it on its head.
it's like, no, babe, the DJs stay in the bedroom. Anyway, so Randall Cobb. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mercedes Lewis, because he's still a free agent, and I mean they signed Randall Cobb. He brings nice veteran presence. And here's the thing: like, I love Randall Cobb. I love him. So
Yeah.
you know, they also re-signed former Packer and former Denver Bronco Billy Turner. Billy Turner. Bootstrap Bill Turner. Sorry, there's a big moose. There's a big moose in here. So,
well, yeah, I don't think they'll sign Mercedes, though. The Jets have Tyler Conklin, CJ Uzama, another CJ. They drafted Zach Kuntz. So that's 3, and then a couple more. Jeremy Ruckert and Kenny Yeboah. What?
Brandon, I'm just going to go out on a limb and imagine that is not how you say Zach's last name. I'm just going to... What?
Is that Kuntz?
That's probably a little bit better. That's probably... I'm just going to go ahead and demonetize this one.
Spell it different then.
That's...
It's a name. You can't get demoed for that. Then just spell it with an O if you want it.
I can't.
Spell it with an O. Enrique and Zach Kuntz. I'm learning, guys.
Oh, we just talked about it, Raphael. I can't. Oh, Brandon, I love you so much, because it was like Anudike Uzama. So we're going through the draft.
Zach.
Oh.
Zach
Really, the chat just stopped. It literally was just like, okay. Anyway, so yeah, Randall Cobb did that. Also, a bunch of 5th-year options weren't picked up. One 5th-year option that wasn't picked up was one Jordan Love of the Green Bay Packers. Instead, the Green Bay Packers gave him a little bridge deal, a 1-year deal with $13.5 million guaranteed, and could, with incentives, make up to over $22 million.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was going to be owed $20 million fully guaranteed next year if they picked up his 5th-year option. So
he gets a little scratch. Old Jordan Love.
Which this is an somehow, some way, hold on, Dash
He's had to do the least for the most. I respect that angle.
But the thing is, like, somehow, some way, the internet still had a problem with this. And this is a perfect compromise, because the Packers, Goody said this last week, it's tough to give him $20 million guaranteed because we haven't seen him play, which is a valid point. Yes, he's waited for 3 years. Yes, he's developed and gotten better, but we don't know what we have in Jordan Love. We're not going to know until like September, October. So there's that from the organization standpoint. So they're giving him money, but it's $13.5 million. And it's great for him because it locks him in for another year, and he can make more than what he would have made with the 5th-year option if he does really well. So it's a win-win. The Packers get flexibility. Jordan Love gets a little bit of a commitment, which would turn into a bigger one if he plays well, and he can make more money. The way that he makes more money, he plays well. Like, it's a win-win-win-win-win all the way around. So,
and yes, we did Bear Palm. How much does he make this year on this thing?
He's on his rookie deal. So
Still on
like,
the rookie deal. This just
yeah.
kicks in next year.
Yeah, it's his rookie deal. So basically, they had to decide yesterday if they're picking up his 5th-year option because it's the end of his 3rd year, or at the end of the year he'd be a free agent. So none of that, all of it gets wiped off the table. They're giving him $13.5 million guaranteed next year, and if he's not good, then they can like move on from him, or they're just not locked into him for $20 million, guaranteed.
Yeah, no, that's smart.
Yeah, I love that deal. Like, I love the deal for both of them because Love gets guaranteed money. He gets to go and potentially make more than he would have made. And everybody has flexibility. Everybody wins. So
I hope he plays really, really well for the first 8 weeks. So well that the Packers just extend him.
they could.
And then he falls off a cliff.
They could. Yeah. So Patrick Queen, give me Mims. Packers know him very, very well. Patrick Queen not getting it. Clyde Edwards-Helaire not getting it. Chase Young before didn't get it. So,
I'm trying to. There's Chase Young, Isaiah Simmons, CJ Henderson, Mekhi Becton, Javon Kinlaw, Austin Jackson, Jalen Rieger, Kenneth Murray, Cesar Ruiz, Jordan Brooks, Patrick Queen, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. That's a lot of guys not getting 5th-year options from that 2020 draft.
Because I think Coleman actually tweeted out, I think he said like there's only been like 13 Pro Bowlers from that entire draft class or something like that. And like sometimes the draft classes are just not good. I mean, again, we see like Jordan Love is obviously a big guy from that draft, but Jalen Hurts, a big guy from that draft class. But I think there's some draft classes that don't pan out. I think 2015 is the one that stands out for me. Not only do the Packers have a terrible draft, but there really weren't amazing players from 2015. You just have sometimes down years. And you and I have talked about this, why when the NFL eventually does expand to more teams, it's going to be tough. Like there's going to be years where the talent is just not going to be there. We talked about how many elite quarterbacks there are. There's only so many. So yeah, it's just going to get a little tougher.
I just hope when the NFL does expand that Antopnio Brown owns one of the new expansion teams.
Why?
For why?
Content.
Yeah.
It's just for the content.
Oh.
Did Antonio Brown
get
carry you through an off season or a season once?
Yeah. You know who did get extended from that class?
You tell me.
Jerry Jeudy.
Who was like almost traded for the past like 2 years, but yes.
Yeah, but it was because he had high value.
Okay.
Because he's good.
You know what is really interesting to me is Jeff Okudah, right? He gets shipped off for like nothing. Isaiah Simmons, because he was a top 5 pick, yeah? He's the type or he's at least top 10 for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
And then they double dipped and went linebacker again the following year.
The following year.
That's what we say. There's no guarantees with the draft. That's why, if you have a lot of picks, preferably within like the top 100, you just get opportunities because there's a very strong likelihood it's just not going to translate to the NFL. So
yeah,
it's tough.
It's why like a balance between the draft and being smart with your free agents, but just bringing in the right proven talent. It's the easiest way to be consistent in terms of team building.
Yeah.
We've seen teams take opposite approaches, right? Where the Rams just give away all their picks, and it worked out. They got the Super Bowl, but now they're trying to rebuild from all of that. Then you had teams like the Browns who were constantly trading and stockpiling picks, and every time they went all in with their picks, never really seemed to work out. And then they used all of those picks to bring in Deshaun Watson. So it's just there's different ways to build, but if you can hit on those few players every draft, be smart with free agency, which is, maybe target 1 or 2 splash free agent signings, but really finding depth in solid contributors through free agency. I think it's one of the more underrated approaches that we don't really talk about in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's always just the big splash guys in the first 2 days, and then nobody really gives a shit after
That's the
that.
Packers, right? They draft and develop. Like they did that for years and never signed free agents. And we're just like draft and develop. We'll bring in some guys every now and then. And like I remember when Julius Peppers was brought in, we were like, whoa, like that was crazy. Of course, you have Reggie White, but there are Charles Woodson, but 2018 was like the first like Goody year where that's where he got Zadarius Smith, Billy Turner, Adrian Amos, Preston Smith. And it was like a holy crap, like what's going on here? So,
Jesus.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it.
Murder would be a disappointment if you're a
so.
parent.
I would think so.
100%.
Just a bit.
Right, Tom? You would be upset if you were a parent and your child murdered somebody?
Yeah, I'd be a little upset.
Just want to be clear. I want to make sure we could continue.
Yeah, losing TV time for at least a few months. 100%.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now. What does that mean? What did I go? Red Hot Chili Peppers?
I feel like. Do you like Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yeah,
that tracks. Oh,
I'm not like a Chili Peppers guy, but I like them.
Okay, all right. Also, playoff hockey continues to be fun, Brandon.
Playoff basketball continues to be fun, Tom.
Yeah, because your team's still in it. Well, not for
the best team in it.
You
know what I want? I want the Nuggets to just destroy the Boston Celtics in the finals.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind that.
Being the team that puts those Bostonians in their place again in the sports hierarchy.
When's the last time Denver won a...
I don't know, when we bounced Tom Brady from the AFC Championship game twice?
I'm talking about basketball, Brandon.
Oh, Denver's never won.
They've never won?
No.
Oh.
No, there's like some stat about them. They've reached the postseason like more than any NBA team without ever making it all the way to the finals.
Oh, they're like the Vikings. Oh, no, they made it
like
there.
That, yeah.
Okay, no, the Vikings have made it there, though. No, they just haven't won it. Just wanted a daily reminder. I just wanted to remind you, just in case Vikings fans are getting a little too happy out there. Sorry, continue.
Yeah.
All right. You want to talk about who's going to win these divisions?
Hell yeah.
This is going to be a spirited debate.
All right. Let me connect this. We're going to be looking at what? Some of the players everybody added? Is that kind of where we're going to go through this?
I mean, we could. I was just more of like, we just go through each division and who we think is going to win.
Yeah. All right, let's start with the NFC West.
Okay.
Now, you got the Cardinals who, I would say next to the Eagles and Howie Roseman, people be sucking off the Cardinals right now for what they did in this draft. They be sucking off these little bird dicks like nobody's ever seen, Tom.
No, why would anybody ever see that, Brandon?
No, that's what everybody's saying. I literally heard Daniel Jeremiah say that, Tom.
He said what you just said.
Find Daniel Jeremiah. We be sucking these bird dicks.
But the best part is, like you've never seen. Brandon, if I saw that happen once, I'd be like, I don't want it to be topped. I don't want it to ever. I don't want to see it again. I'm not waiting for the next time. Jesus Christ.
Still there. Still there.
We can't.
But
now
like,
the question is,
the Cardinals are going to be so good in 2024, right?
Are there no? They're just going to have a really good like.
They got a lot of picks.
Yeah. Are there DJs are there 3 DJs surrounding him while he's?
Ooh, this is nice.
It's been gone. It was gone when Brandon was pronouncing last names. Oh my God. All right. So
people would be surprised with what you can actually say on YouTube. Like, it's strict. There's some rules you don't break, but you can play within those rules. Let's just say I haven't had a demonetized video in a long time, guys.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this one. I'm just going to demonetize.
I can't turn mine off once it's on.
You can.
No, I can't. I literally can't.
That you. Oh,
Because my channel is with Whistle Sports.
yeah.
And
Yep.
once you click it, you have the you don't have the option.
Yep. We took 28 minutes to get to where we needed to get to. And
Bird fellatios not allowed. Can't be a bird lover on on YouTube. Wrong.
is that really the ground you're going to take? Is that as the person who 2 weeks ago we have footage of I hate birds, now just being like, oh, we can't love birds?
My bird takes. Hey, somebody do that. You know how Skip Bayless, they made that video of him debating himself? Do that with my bird takes and my bird takes only.
Johnny Barks was just like, I'm on it.
I think Johnny's like, pass. Like, I'm not going down that rabbit hole. All right, Cardinals. They're not winning the division this year for sure, and they're not going to win it next year. This is a team that's got Kyler Murray signed to their long contract. They did good in the draft because they moved around, stockpiled some picks, and everybody's just like, I hope we can draft Caleb Williams next season.
You're not wrong.
And if you get Caleb Williams, I think that'll be a huge get. But the way you had to get there, I mean, think of Josh Rosen, boom, gone after a year, right? Then they get Kyler Murray. They give him the contract. Then they take Caleb Williams and move on from Kyler Murray. That'd be one of the most insane, like, QB carousels.
And that's the thing, too, because they gave him an incredibly high guaranteed contract. But we talked about that they have a new regime in there. And I know that they went out and got Kyler's guy. They went to his unveiling of his 4-foot statue. Like, they did all, like, the right things. And I think that now they're just... Oh, but I think... I think at the end of the day, like... You do look at how he performs whenever he comes back this season. And yeah, like you evaluate from there. But if you're sitting at like number 1 and you don't even have to trade up, you can't tell me that you're not tempted.
Yeah. 49ers.
Yep.
Not winning the division. Sorry, guys.
Oh, all right.
Sorry.
Wait a minute. Because you're not going to pick the Rams. So now who's got the bird wiener in their mouth?
Pete Carroll.
What? No, that's
why he keeps his jaw so loose with all that gum. Pete doesn't take that much to suck off a bird, dude.
It doesn't take that much to suck off. What are you saying?
All right.
You are extra spicy today. It's just
bored.
You're bored?
You're bored of football, not of you, Tom.
I was about to say, you douche nozzle.
Now it's just like, how many times can we talk about football, you know?
It's our literal job.
Yeah, but like, are we even good at it?
That's debatable. That's debatable.
So here's the thing with the Niners, real quick. They've lost a lot of guys. Jimmy Ward, Emmanuel Mosley, Ebucom, Charles Omenihu, Jimmy G, Mike McGlinchey. They maybe got Robbie Gould's replacement in the draft, but you know, of course they added Javon Hargrave. That was huge. But they got questions at the quarterback position. Who's healthy?
I love how you're just plowing through right now.
Yeah. Hey, I stay focused. I can pivot. I can talk about birds, and then I can go right back to quarterback. And Bryce Purdy's elbow, Trey Lance, Sam Darnold. I don't know why they brought Brandon Allen in necessarily. Was that Sam Darnold competition, or was that Trey Lance competition?
They legit might need a QB2 because if Brock Purdy and Trey Lance aren't healthy enough to start the season, they might need to have Sam Darnold, Brandon Allen. That's your QB1 and QB2 for a little bit.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion. So
yeah. So I think the Seahawks are going to win the division.
Okay. They drafted the best. Now, I think it's going to depend on Geno, but they have Tyler Lockett, They have DK Metcalf. They have now JSN. Like they
You know-
have weapons. Their defense is the only thing I'm like slightly worried about, but Derek Hall and Witherspoon are going to help out at least a little bit with that.
Yeah, there's Witherspoon and Woolen. Like that's a nice corner combo. And corners can make immediate impacts, right?
Did I say Bryce
seen
Purdy?
it, but
Sorry,
it's
Brock
a
Purdy.
really hard position to play. So like as good as Devin Witherspoon is,
Yeah.
like a corner is never a sure thing.
Jeff Okuda. Like that's why it's risky to take a corner. Like in Okuda coming out of college, I remember everyone was like, he could go number one. Like he was supposed to be like, there's no question he's going to be amazing. But as we always go back to, it's fit. It talks about corner, tight end, QB, like some of the hardest positions to transition from college to the pros. So
yeah.
Yeah.
But Witherspoon's going to a better position than Okuda went to.
Clickbait sports.
If Okuda went to the current Lions, it might have worked out, but he went to Pencil Dick, so no chance there.
Now,
Charbonnet was interesting. Like I like that they added, another running back because they always get hurt there, but it didn't seem like they were going to need running back.
They always do it though, dude. Because I think they want to keep Kenneth Walker fresh. Like he's going to be like their guy, but they're just going to rotate him out just to kind of like.
And we don't know when
he'll
be fully ready to go. But Jamal Adams will be back, right, at safety. Bobby Wagner's coming back as well to that defense. And Bobby Wagyu was really, really good for the Rams last year. So I think their defense will be better. My question really is I think Geno Smith is good enough for them to win the division and then for the Seahawks to lose in the first round of the playoffs. That's my prediction.
I feel that. I understand that. I think that maybe it just depends because the NFC is just going to be the weaker conference this year because just in terms of QB play easily. But I think the Seahawks are going to be one of those like solid football teams. Like they're solid. They could win like a wild card game. I think that's when you're going to start to get a little bit more. I don't know how far they can go.
All right. Let's go with
you want to stick with the West?
AFC West. West to East. That's how we're going to do this.
I like it.
The Broncos will not win the division, especially if Jackson Mahomes is in prison. Again, it's going to help Patrick on the field. But Denver Broncos will finish second place in the AFC West. Second, above the Chargers. Raiders will be last place. Sorry, guys.
Hey, Brandon, you want to make a bet on that?
Yep.
You do? Okay. All right. You want to make a little bet? Okay. So you're saying the regardless of injury, regardless of anything.
If Pat Surtain gets hurt, I get a pass.
Okay, but how do you quantify that? Does he miss a game and then it completely...
No. He's got to be
out for the season.
Out for the season or miss 8 games.
Okay, so if he let's just do it that way. If he misses 8 games or more.
Yes, then it's a pass. It's never good when you're picking your cornerback as the most important player on your team.
That's accurate. All right, so you are saying they're going to finish in second place. All right,
I feel good about that.
Okay.
Good about that.
All right. What do you want if you win?
Eternal life.
Well, Living Plus is...
If I win, I want every NFL fan reacts to That's Good Sports.
Oh, you want a full video dedicated to... Okay. You know what? Ooh,
every NFL fan reacts to That's Good Sports.
Okay. If I win, I like that. I like that line of thinking. If I win, I want you to create just like a regular, like balls deep dive video that you do on how the Denver Broncos cheated in Super Bowl 32. And you got to mean it. and you gotta mean it. You have to look for any ally. Be like, yeah, no, this was BS. They shouldn't have won that. Oh no, he was down. He shouldn't have got that. Like, you gotta do a deep dive, and
But
it
they
needs to
didn't.
be. That's not my problem because I don't have to make that video. I have to make a video of all 32 teams reacting to you.
I mean, that's pretty easy. Just laughing their heads off hysterically.
Except the Cardinals just going, Mom, I need you to pick me up. Brandon's talking about bird penises again.
I would rather have the bird flu than be around this man.
That's how you get bird flu.
Trying to think.
Actually,
Like, I need there to be like a nugget of truth there.
okay,
The
fine.
Broncos, like, they
No.
manipulated the salary cap and got in trouble for that around that time.
I got it, baby. I got it.
Okay. What the fuck is this?
You gotta watch Coach.
Okay. Okay.
You gotta watch Coach. Brandon has been avoiding it like the plague. And it's so funny because, like, Scooter, who had no idea, goes on this journey, streams, and is like, oh my God, like, this is really good. Like, this is where, and he's just like, he goes on clickbait and goes, if you want to know more about Tom, watch this. And Perna's like, I'm good. I don't need to know anymore. I'm good. Hard pass.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Come on, Broncos. We got
Okay.
a lot on the line this season,
So-
baby.
Just so it can be clipped, if the Denver Broncos finish in second place, I will produce a video, every NFL fan's reaction to That's Good Sports. If Brandon Perna does not win the bet and the Broncos finish anywhere less than second place in the AFC West, he watches the entirety of Coach. And by that point, oh boy, there's gonna be another season out. So buckle up, Buttercup. Oh.
Yay, B.
All right. I like that. Hot.
All right.
There we go.
Okay.
Yes.
So the Chiefs will win the AFC West. It will be a race for two between. I mean, the Raiders could surprise us, being 100% unbiased here. Jimmy G might will that team to some wins just based on his staggering good looks. But I really believe Broncos got a shot to be second place in the division.
Watch them finish first, and then that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
No, if they finish first, it counts.
So happy. You're like, we did it. We're going to the playoffs. And I'm like, yeah, I got to watch
Second or better, guys.
Second, but you have to also stream it too, by the way. Like, you have to do the Scooter punishment. So
I got to stream the whole Coach.
yeah, it's
How
just like
long is
Scooter.
Coach?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. So technically the Sagos are in there too. Technically, I'm doing the last one in September. If you include the Sagas, it's over 24 hours.
Yeah, I can't stream
No,
24
not at
hours.
once. So you break it up a little bit. You break it
I
up.
do one stream for one episode in there. Or
No,
a
like,
couple episodes.
There's some episodes that are like 5 minutes long.
Look. Yeah, I'll go through a few I'll do an hour stream of it.
But you got to
And
watch
I'll
the
watch
whole
it
thing,
all.
though.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
watch
watch
the
it all,
whole
be good.
damn thing.
Okay, so stream season 3. See, season 4 is better. Stream season 4. So like
Okay.
so sorry about like the majority of season 1. It's not good.
Fuck. All right.
Excellent.
NFC North.
Oh, here you go.
No, we'll save your division.
It's 21 hours. It's 21 hours right
God.
now.
The fact that people even know that is insane.
Oh, buddy. The lore
All
is
right.
deep. Ooh.
Hey, damn it. Give me
Ooh, that. What if Surtain gets injured and they win the division? Ooh. Then is that a technical? You know what? I'd give that to Brandon. If they somehow still win, I'd be so
Look.
impressed. I'd be like, that's fine.
If that
That's fine.
happens, I'm gonna be so happy about how good the team is.
Yeah, you're just be like, I don't know where this came from, but all right. So I'm sorry. So NFC West, you're saying the Seahawks. AFC West, you're saying the Chiefs. I agree on both of those. I forgot I have not put my input in on this at all. The NFC West, I could see the 49ers. I'm just worried about their QB thing right now, but they have so many skill players. I think they could, when they get a healthy QB, they can make a late push, but I think it's between the Seahawks and the 49ers.
Boom. Look, Pro Football Focus thinks so little of Houston. When you click on it, it doesn't take you to the team.
Fair enough.
So Indianapolis, AFC South. We got the Colts, we got the Texans, we got the Jags, we got the Titans. This is literally the definition of an up for grabs division.
Yes.
I could see 4 teams losing this division, actually.
All four.
Man.
Yeah.
Like, you think the Titans with Ryan Tannehill, assuming he can, he's healthy, and Derrick Henry, let's just say, can be 80% of Derrick Henry. They've got the good defense. They're the most proven team in the South. Should give them the edge in terms of winning it, but you got a new quarterback going to the Colts. You got Trevor Lawrence and the Jags, who were in the playoffs. Probably the best team moving forward. And then you've got the Texans bringing in C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson. I'd say the dark horse is the Colts. I think Anthony, like everybody, the consensus is he really needs to marinate and develop. I think few games into the season, he can come in and make an immediate difference. But I agree with you, Tom. It's the Jags division to lose.
Duval! Yes.
Might not even be close.
I think because last year was interesting. I thought it was the Colts division to lose because Jonathan Taylor coming off his amazing season. They bring in Matt Ryan, who's going to be like a good, sturdy veteran QB. And then we realized how bad their O-line has gotten. And also Jonathan Taylor got hurt and their season fell apart quickly. Then you have the Titans who were winning the division and were like, oh yeah, we're going to lock this up. But they couldn't win like one more game and lost all those games after the Packers. And yeah, I don't think the Titans are going to be good at all this year, to be completely honest with you. I don't think that they're going to be good at all. I like Mike Vrabel a lot, but yeah, no, I don't think they're going to be good.
They'll be competitive. Their defense, they get Landry back. They'll be
Their
solid.
line is good. So
it depends. Like what they do with Will Levis is going to be really interesting. Like how long is Tannehill running that offense before they insert Will Levis and see what he's got? So
like the Titans, like I worry about their health because it just seems like they have like injuries. Every team does, but like I feel like it affects them at key positions. On top of that, they're running with 3 QBs that I got to be very honest. It just doesn't seem they have confidence in any of them. Yeah. They're only doing Ryan Tannehill because he's in the final year of his contract and they're stuck with him because no one would trade for him. Then you have Malik Willis, who it seems like played like, a little bit last year and Mike Vrabel hates him. And then they bring in Will Levis because he's just like, you know what? At any point, like one of these QBs has to work. But you already lost A.J. Brown. You do have Derrick Henry. There should be some guys that could take a step. But there's not anything that's giving me a ton of optimism.
Honestly, I'm a little surprised the 49ers didn't trade for Ryan Tannehill.
It's probably too expensive, dude.
Here, we'll give you Trey Lance for Ryan Tannehill.
Oh
straight
my
up.
God. Yeah.
All right. So, Jags winning the AFC South. A lot of unknowns in the South. We got the NFC.
I think this is the toughest one to try and predict, honestly.
Yeah. The Falcons, outside of, going running back when it seemed like they were maybe the team that needed it the least, does get arguably the best running back and inserts him into an offense that knows how to run the football. Robinson could have a huge year for Atlanta. And in free agency, the Falcons signed like 100 dudes.
Yeah, they did. They signed a lot of guys. They got Okuda, they got Jesse Bates. Yeah, they got a bunch of guys.
It's all about Ritter, right? Like we don't really know enough about Ritter. I'm optimistic. They do have Taylor Heineke backing up Desmond Ritter, and we know Heineke is fun.
Yeah, he's fine.
But so we got the Falcons.
how are like is their ceiling just gonna be rid? Because like again, they still have Kyle Pitts. Also, they have Kyle Pitts, Drake London. If those guys like take those steps, I just don't know if they have the QB to do so. That's my concern.
We just don't know. Like I don't know why they waited so long to start playing Desmond Ridder last season.
I don't either. Just to get a better look at him and just be like, hey, like they got enough apparently. The Panthers are such an interesting football team. They trade away Christian McCaffrey and then they go, you know what? We should run the ball a lot. And they did. They ran the ball really well after Christian McCaffrey was traded, and they won some games that way, and they almost won the division. Obviously, they get their franchise QB. They bring in Jonathan Mingo. I love that pick. And he like flew up draft boards, but he is like a big-bodied, consistent wide receiver for a team that needs wide receivers. So there you go. I think the Panthers will be competitive. It's obviously just going to depend on Bryce Young.
Yeah. And I think the Buccaneers had a really, really good draft. I think more people would be talking about their draft if they believed in Baker Mayfield at this point. Yeah. Cody Mock, I thought is a great pick to go to an already very good offensive line that should be healthier.
Yeah.
I know Coleman likes the Yaya Diaby pick. Yaya Cansey, great pick as well.
Yeah. Ding dong, ding dong.
Just building those trenches. I think Baker Mayfield's got a good chance to succeed there. But I think it's the Saints division to lose at this point. I think Bryce Young will have the best like rookie season of any of the quarterbacks.
Okay.
But I just don't think it's going to be enough. And I think New Orleans with Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Where are you, Saintsies? People like their draft too.
I mean, yeah, Breesy, it just he has to stay healthy too. I think that they have the most like complete team that's still not great. Obviously, Kamara, it's going that. Jamal Williams, I love that signing. I think that they will be an above average team in a below average division. And with the consistency of Carr and guys like Williams, and if like Michael Thomas is finally healthy, like we've been saying for the past like 10 years, I think that, yeah, they should be fine. Because the Saints, I know they lost a lot of D linemen, but a lot of those guys like were, I don't want to say expendable, but like it wasn't the end of the world. I think that they go and get Foskey was probably the right decision. But yeah, I think they're going to wind up winning the division at the end.
Yeah, I think it'll be between them and the Panthers. But
Falcons could surprise. We just don't know
any of them. It's a
toss-up, dude. That's a toss-up division. So
okay, from the south to the east.
Let's go to the AFC East.
Do you want the opposite of the South, where it's like three teams we definitely think are going to be really, really good. It's going to be a dogfight to the top. Watch the Patriots somehow win that division.
Their defense is going to be, I think, up there with the Jets. I think they're going to have a really, really good defense. It's just their offense is going to be garbage.
Yeah, their defense will be all right. They're going to get nothing from Mac Jones, which is going to take its toll on the defense.
They're going to win
3-0. I still think the Bills win the division.
I love the Bills draft because Dalton Kincaid can be fun, but you and I have already talked about how difficult it is for a first-year tight end to break out. But I love the Osiris Torrance pick, and I love the Nick Broker pick because it's a late pick. He didn't give up any sacks and like over 400 pass blocking snaps last year. Yeah. Like he was a good like day 3 pick, can develop as a guard, like should be solid and provide some depth there if he makes the team. But I think they needed to invest in O-line. It's just a matter of what Buffalo Bills are going to, first of all, can they stay healthy? That's the most important thing. And then the second thing is, what kind of Bills team are you going to see this year? Is it still just going to be completely reliant on Josh Allen? Because I don't know if they can get over they could win the division, but I don't know if they can get over the hump that way. Because I think they need to have a more balanced approach. And that's why I'm glad, I know they signed another running. They brought in Latavius Murray, right?
Oh, yeah. Love that move for you, Buffalo. Watched Latavius Murray a lot of last season. Didn't think much of it. He's one of the best players for the freaking Broncos. Physical. He was the guy who broke the Broncos streak of not having any 20-plus yard rushes last season.
Yeah.
So he can still move. He just feels like a fit with the Bills to me. I think Josh Allen with a healthy elbow, and let's say the interior of that line is better. He has more time to just imagine Josh Allen with more time to throw the football.
Are you going to actually commit to running the football though?
They don't need to. They just need to run it more effectively when they do. The Chiefs don't commit to it. They just are effective when they run the ball. And I think that's been more of the issue for the Bills than committing to running the ball and not having a reliable back in third and short type situations. And now you got one with Olatavius. But they got competition. We got the Jets. Oh man,
the Jets are. I think the Jets are going to be. Breece Hall comes back healthy. That team is going to be really good. Because as we've talked about, if their defense can just be like where it was last year, now with a quarterback, yeah, you're good. They're going to be good. The Dolphins are also a sneaky team too. If Tua can stay healthy, I know their draft isn't very exciting because they only drafted 4 people, but I think that you potentially have another sneaky good team in there too. The Patriots are obviously the outlier, but I think their defense is going to give teams problems. So I think it is the Bills division to lose, but the Jets and Dolphins are right there.
Fair enough.
All right.
I think the Dolphins might take a step back. I feel like they might finish last place.
Last.
Yeah.
Damn.
If I got to do a hot take.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We'll see. I'm rooting for them to be second place.
NFC East.
Yeah, we gotta move fast because I forgot I got a meeting at 10.
Okay, NFC East. So you got the Giants. All right. Commanders aren't winning it. Let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah,
Sorry.
not Commanders.
Commanders aren't winning it. So you have the Giants, the Cowboys, and the Eagles. The Eagles are going to win this division. They should win this division. The Cowboys and Giants, they can fight amongst themselves. I think
that's the question for the NFC East. Obviously, anything can happen, but who do you think who's second? Dallas or New York?
The coaching's there. I think it's going to be the Cowboys by a little bit.
A game.
Because if that their run defense is a little bit better and they can shore that up and they already have pass rushers, I think that they should be good.
Dallas has more talent. Giants better coach team.
Yes.
I think Dak Prescott is better than Dan Jones. I think you're right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. AFC North, real quick. Steelers, Ravens, Bengals, and Browns. Browns are such a weird team this year because we just don't know. We don't know if Deshaun Watson's good. So
I think he'll be better. I think he'll
low bar to clear. So there you go. Yep. It's because they have the team. They could do it. It's just gotta see. Steelers should be better. I love that Broderick Jones pick so much because they really need to address O-line. Darnell Washington, if he's healthy, could be the steal of the draft, and that's not just because I love him, but he's just another offensive lineman. Guy's 6'7", so he can block really, really well. I think they'll be better. It's all just going to decide on what goes on with Kenny Pickett because is he the guy back there?
For them to win, he has to take a massive leap in year 2. I think they can be second place in that division if he just grows in a normal rate for a quarterback. He's a little bit better, he improves. They can be a second place team in that division.
Sure.
But that's just because the Bengals are so good, and I think the Ravens
should be better. The Ravens should be better. I think it's between the Ravens and the Bengals. I still give the edge to the Bengals right now.
Me too.
All right, we're rocking. And the Ravens just have to stay healthy. The Ravens just have to stay healthy. God, my division. Right now, sitting here, I have the Lions winning the division.
Yeah, me too, baby.
I have the Lions winning the division. I think again, it depends on Jordan Love. I think the Packers have enough talent. I just don't trust Joe Barry. But I think they have a good squad. They, I think, are going to be the middle of a road team who have a ceiling of 9 to 10 wins. I don't know if they're going to get there, but it
Lions, Bears, Vikings, Packers. That's my prediction.
Ooh, that's spicy.
Okay. But not any team super bad. I think you're right. It's going to be a lot of 8-9, 9-8 ish.
Boop, boop. X. Appreciate you 3 times a date this year. Yeah, 4. I think so. We did leave the rails very fast. That was because of bird wieners. But real quick.
Johnny John John!
Appreciate you. But I think they're the favorites because like they were the hottest team last year in that division, because even though the Vikings won the division, everyone knew it was like, yeah, this is not going to end well, though. It's not going to end well. So can we not ride the Eagles? I mean,
Eagles were the best team in the NFC last year, almost won the Super Bowl.
They were in the Super Bowl.
Did really well in the draft. They retained some players we thought they were going to lose. They're going to be good again.
They're going to be fine. I think they're going to be fine.
Only thing that's going to derail the Eagles or the Chiefs right now, injuries. So, like, the teams are good. They kept really good teams together. Consistency. That's always big.
All right, Perna, you got to go to your meeting.
I got to go to my meeting.
What do you got coming out?
A news episode. Old Jackson Mahomes and Antopnio Brown. Woo!
There you go.
And then hopefully a short.
All right. I'm probably going to put out a Panthers fan reaction today. Maybe another skit. Don't know yet, but one or the other. Yeah. But folks, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate. We'll try to get this. We'll talk to our people. And by people, I mean us. But folks, thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you have been navigated. Do you get to poop?
No. When you've reached your destination.